Hello, folks, and welcome to the Entertainment Log. Today, we highlight one of the greatest characters in cinematic history, Darth Vader. Darth Vader is a fictional character in the Star Wars franchise. The character is the central antagonist of the original trilogy and, as Anakin Skywalker, is one of the main protagonists in the prequel trilogy. Star Wars creator George Lucas has collectively referred to the first 6 episodic films of the franchise as the tragedy of Darth Vader. Darth Vader has become one of the most iconic villains in popular culture and has been listed among the greatest villains and fictional characters ever. His masked face and helmet, in particular, is one of the most iconic character designs of all time. Originally a slave on Tatooine, Anakin Skywalker is a Jedi prophesized to bring balance to the Force. He is lured to the dark side of the Force by Chancellor Palpatine and becomes a Sith Lord, assuming the name of Darth Vader and helping his new master all but destroy the Jedi Order. After a lightsaber battle with his former mentor Obi-Wan Kenobi on Mustafar, in which he is severely injured, Vader is transformed into a cyborg. Now Palpatine's right hand, he serves the Galactic Empire for over 2 decades, hunting down the remaining Jedi as well as the Rebel Alliance. Vader ultimately redeems himself by saving his son, Luke Skywalker, and killing Palpatine, sacrificing his own life in the process. He is also the secret husband of Padme Amidala, the biological father of Princess Leia, and the grandfather of Kylo Ren. In the non-canonical Star Wars Legends continuity, he is also the grandfather of Luke's son Ben, and Leia's sons Anakin and Jason, and daughter Jaina, and the great-grandfather of Jason's daughter Alana. The character has been portrayed by numerous actors. David Prowse physically portrayed Vader, while James Earl Jones has voiced him in all of the films and some television shows, and Sebastian Shaw portrayed the unmasked Anakin in Return of the Jedi, as well as the character's spirit in the original release of that film. Jake Lloyd played Anakin Skywalker as a child in The Phantom Menace, the first film of the prequel trilogy, while Hayden Christensen played him as a young adult in the following 2 films, post-2004 releases of Return of the Jedi, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka. In addition to the first 6 Star Wars films, the character appears in the anthology film Rogue One. He also appears in television series and numerous iterations of the Star Wars expanded universe, including video games, novels, and comic books. Due to Vader's popularity, various merchandise of the actor, such as action figures and replicas of his lightsaber, have been produced. According to Star Wars creator George Lucas, he experimented with various combinations of names for the character built upon the phrase Dark Water. He then added lots of last names, Vaders and Wilsons and Smiths, and just came up with the combination of Darth and Vader. After the release of The Empire Strikes Back in 1980, Lucas stated that the name Vader was based upon German-Dutch language word Vader or Vader, suggesting Dark Father and the character's relationship with original trilogy protagonist Luke Skywalker. Other words which may have inspired the name are Death and Invader, as well as the name of a high school upperclassman of Lucas's, Gary Vader. As no other character with the title Darth was introduced until the release of The Phantom Menace in 1999, some viewers interpreted it as the character's first name, in part because Obi-Wan Kenobi addresses him as Darth in the original film. The moniker is bestowed upon Anakin in Revenge of the Sith upon his return to the dark side of the Force. Director Ken Anakin's films Swiss Family Robinson and Battle of the Bulge influenced the original trilogy, leading some to believe that Anakin was named after him. Lucas's publicist denied this following Anakin's death in 2009. Anakin and Luke's original surname Starkiller remained in the script until a few months into filming Star Wars, when it was dropped due to what Lucas called unpleasant connotations with Charles Manson and replaced with Skywalker. Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, appears in 7 of the live-action Star Wars films, the animated series The Clone Wars, including the film, Rebels, and the micro-series Clone Wars and Forces of Destiny. He also has a main and recurring role in games, comics, books, and the non-canon Star Wars Legends material. In 2003, the American Film Institute listed Vader as the third greatest movie villain in cinema history on AFI's 100 Years, 100 Heroes and Villains, behind Hannibal Lecter and Norman Bates. His role as a tragic hero in the saga has also met with positive reviews. Contrarily, in 1977, a new journal and guide writer criticized the lack of racial diversity in the original Star Wars film, pointing out that the force of evil is dressed in all black and has the voice of a black man. George Lucas felt hurt at such accusations. Many films and television series have paid homage to Darth Vader. The 1982 movie Cosmos Princess, compiled from parts of Space, 1999 episodes, contains several Star Wars references, including a character named Vader. Marty McFly in Back to the Future, dressed in a radiation suit, calls himself Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan in one of the scenes. And Vader is parodied as Darth Helmet in the Star Wars parody Spaceballs. Many commentators and comedians have also evoked Vader's visage to satirize politicians and other public figures, and several American political figures have been unflatteringly compared to the character. In response to Ronald Reagan's proposed Strategic Defense Initiative, German news magazine Der Spiegel portrayed the president wearing Vader's helmet on its cover in 1984. In 2005, Al Gore referred to Telecommunication Inc.'s John C. Malone as the Darth Vader of cable, and political strategist Lee Atwater was known by his political enemies as the Darth Vader of the Republican Party. Native American artist Bunky Ecohawk portrayed General George Armstrong Custer as Vader in his painting Darth Custer. In 2015, a statue of Vladimir Lenin in Odessa, Ukraine, was converted into one of Vader due to a law on decommunization. In 2006, while discussing the war on terror, U.S. Vice President Dick Cheney stated, "I suppose sometimes people look at my demeanor and say, well, he's the Darth Vader of the administration." In January 2007, Jon Stewart put on a Vader helmet to address Cheney as a kindred spirit on The Daily Show. Cheney's wife, Lynn, presented Stewart with a Darth Vader action figure on her October 2007 appearance of the show. Both Stewart and Stephen Colbert have occasionally referred to Cheney as Darth Cheney. In 2010, IGN ranked Darth Vader 25th in the top 100 video game villains. In Ukraine, the Internet Party of Ukraine regularly lets people named Darth Vader take part in elections. In 2019, an original Vader helmet from The Empire Strikes Back was sold for $900,000 in an online auction. On December 2nd, 2020, a figure of Vader appeared on the plinth where the statue of Edward Colston once stood in Bristol, United Kingdom, in what was seen as a tribute to David Prowse, who died on November 29th, 2020. The information brought to you in this video has been provided by Wikipedia. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the Entertainment Log.